On today's Retro Spot, we are going to be having a look at the villain of J. Scott Campbell's Danger Girl. We're going to be looking at McFarlane Toys' Major Maxim. A very large, very menacing villain from the Danger Girl universe. At the top of the package we've got a picture of Major Maxim. And on the back of the package, we'll flip this sideways here. Aside from Major Maxim, the other figures you can get, got Natalia Castle, Sydney Savage, and Abby Chase. And the read-up: name, Major Maxim. Affiliation, Hammer Empire. Specialty, there we go again. Rapid Assault Commander. Secondary, Heavy Armor Divisions, Interrogations. Birthplace Unknown. Rebirthplace, Hammer Headquarters. Rebirthplace? I don't know. Major Maxim is the monstrous mastermind behind the Hammer Empire's apocalyptic military forces. Once but a trifling soldier of that very army, Maxim became an unwilling victim to Dr. Karnov von Krippler's. And I wouldn't enlist to anyone that his name was Karnov von Krippler's bizarre Hammer Ubermesh super soldier program. The first and only success of the strange procedure, Maxim soon became dependent on the mysterious blue liquid which supplies and sustains his incredible size and strength. Kind of sounds like Bane in some ways. Major Maxim feared the world over as the Hammer Empire's dynamic, virtually unstoppable killing machine has only one known weakness: the life-enhancing Serum X, which races through his fevered veins. Major Maxim always stands eager to ventilate the opposition with his custom Viper machine gun. Another substantial read-up. What we're going to do, though, is we're going to get this opened up, and we will have ourselves a better look at the figure. There's more on the way. Stay tuned. Alright, before we actually have a look at Major Maxim, I'll just move him out of the way. You can stand back there, Major. We're going to actually have a look at the display stand that he comes with. As you can see, it says Major Maxim. And we've got ourselves what looks to be a stone floor with some torches. And then at the back, we've got ourselves a very large, I don't know if you guys can see all of it. We've got the crest at the top, and then the Hammer logo. We've got this very long red, kind of a curtain of sorts. Kind of a flag, but a very, very cool display stand. It's a little wrinkly because it was all folded up, unfortunately, in the package, but a very neat looking display stand. Certainly not as dynamic as some of the other Danger Girl figures, but still very, very cool. So that's that. Major Maxim also does come with his machine gun, looking very, very cool. It has two clips. You can actually take the clips off if you wish. Very menacing looking machine gun, though. There's a slight moving part on the top. It really doesn't move very much, though. But I gotta say, it looks really neat, though. It's large, too. I mean, I don't have like certainly a large hand, but it's a very large machine gun. Major Maxim also does have, if I zoom in to his head here, first of all I want to point out how cool his head actually really looks. He does look menacing. To me, he kind of seems like a cross between Bane, and I can't for the life of me remember his name, but the villain from Hellboy. But very, very cool. His other accessory is he has a removable hat. He does have a removable hat. Give you guys a closer look at his face. He's got himself these hoses that run from the back here, And then inside, we've got his Serum X. Gives him all his strength. Just like Bane. He's also wearing an arm patch, an armband, sporting the Hammer logo. And we'll put the hat back on. He gets awfully angry if his hat's off too long, so I'm going to put his hat on and hopefully he'll spare my life. He is a very heavy figure. I mean, this figure is substantial. It is substantial. He only has one open hand, so if you want to put his gun in his hand, you only do it with one hand, guys. And you have to kind of wedge it in there. Get in there. There we go. Along the way, I dropped the clip. There's the clip there. Hold on there, Maxim. We're just going to put this other clip in your gun. There you go. And you've got him holding his very, very large weapon. He is a nice figure. I really, really like this figure. Certainly as a custom, a figure to custom too, you could probably make yourself a very nice looking Tyrant or Nemesis from the Resident Evil games out of this figure as well. He's kind of got really all the basics there that you could use. Slightly just a tweak of the head and a few tweaks here and there, but you could have yourself a very neat looking Nemesis as well. Major Maxim's articulation is that he has, if I take off his hat, move his head slightly, it really doesn't move very much at all though. Oops, I dropped his hat. Don't kill me, Major, I'm sorry. There we go. His shoulders can rotate. He's only got articulation in the arms. He has articulation in the hands, articulation in the waist, articulation in the legs, although you can't really do too much because he's got this really long trench coat on. And that's about it. That's really all you're going to get with Major. But still a very cool figure, a very menacing figure as well. If I was to give Major Maxim here a rating, I think I would give Major here I'm going to give him a 5.5. I think really the draw of these figures is the girls, the actual Danger Girls, but still a very cool figure to get. And as I mentioned with the other figures too, these figures aren't really super expensive. They're probably fairly easy to find on eBay and on at your local toy shows and stuff like that. So if you do see them, I would say give them a chance. They are really, really nicely sculpted figures. Older figures, yes, but very cool figures nonetheless. And let's see if we can get Major on his display stand. There we go. Today's retro spot, we were having a look at the villain from the Danger Girl universe. We're looking today at the major threat known as Major Maxim. I thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more retro spots to come, and I will see you guys next time.